$47,500 is how much money came through my Stripe account last month. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I made $200,000 in revenue, not profit, in the last year just marketing some stuff online. And I'm really going to show you kind of behind the scenes as to what I plan on doing for the next upcoming year in terms of goals and strategy and stuff like that. So if you've been looking for that type of video from me, this is the video to watch. So hey, how's it going everybody? This is Ruan. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we've got a pretty cloudy day in Connecticut. Not nice at all. But we're gonna be talking about what I'm gonna do to get to the $1 million per year mark. Now, if you're watching this video right now, it is January 3rd. And I just completed my first year in business completely, like full force, going at it, one whole year on the grind. Now I've gained some weight. I definitely look a little worse than when I started. It's definitely been a war. But what I'll tell you is that it's been so worth it. I'm here at my new place. You know, I have a nice watch. I got nice things. I got nice clothes. I got a new computer. Things are definitely going well. But one thing that I've really noticed is what's going to stop me from getting to that $1 million mark, which I'm going to really talk about in this video, is definitely health. And over the past year, I've sacrificed my health. And I'm not going to say that I didn't do that on purpose. It was definitely on purpose. I was just trying to put all my money and time and energy into actually growing my business or growing my reach online. So unfortunately, I had to do something which was sacrifice my health a little bit, which is not good, and I'm back on it. And it was really interesting to see because I definitely gained like at least 15 to 20 pounds. If you even look at my old videos and you start to see kind of like what I was doing when I started, I definitely weighed a lot less. I was definitely healthier, had less pimples on my face and all this other stuff, but that's just the sacrifice that you make when you go into business. And I've talked to a lot of people who went in business and their first year they did not, you know, they were not the healthiest people, but it's kind of the sacrifices that you have to make. I no longer have friends. I don't talk to anybody anymore. I kind of just stick to myself. The employees that I have, the people that I talk to, people that I work with are really the only people that I talk to. So I want to talk about 2017, 2018 Ruan, difference from 2019 Ruan. Now, if you guys don't know what I do, basically what I do is I provide search engine optimization services for myself. I even do it for myself and other businesses. So we get businesses to rank higher in the Google search engine. That's basically where all of my revenue came from, with the exception of my paid program, which did about $50,000 this year, which is a huge chunk of change out of that. So I'm very excited about that as well. But I really wanted to talk about in this video with you the differences that you're gonna have to make yourself, even myself, right? If we want to surpass where we are now. So for someone like me who did $200,000, there's certain habits and there's certain behaviors that will keep me at $200,000. Whenever you're running a business, regardless if it's online, if it's a power washing business, if it's a painting business, regardless of what it is, if you keep doing the things that you're doing where you are now, you're gonna make the same amount of money you're gonna make next year. So next year, right? If I look at my Stripe account and I see that there is $200,000 run through it, I'm gonna be very upset. And a clear sign of that is that I didn't make any change in my own behaviors and my own habits and my own life that, you know, adapted to that new change. So I really wanted to talk about the 2017 and 2018 Ruan, what I was doing, and what got me to the 200K, and what's gonna get me to the million, more importantly, because that's kind of like what my eye is on. And I'm really gonna share with you my goals in this video so you can kind of understand how I set them and exactly how I plan on achieving them. So with that being said, the 2017 Ruan was smoking a lot of weed, was going out drinking, doing a lot of different things, trying to learn as much as I can, but still had that entrepreneur bite in me that really wanted to go out and get what I really wanted. So in 2017, I was learning a lot. I was looking at, I think, Ty Lopez's program. I was looking at all of these different digital marketing programs with all of the expectation being set of quitting my job and being able to pursue this full time, which I am currently doing now. I don't work another job at all. In fact, I work this one, my current business, probably like 60 hours a week, which is also another goal within the next few years, is to work way less. But unfortunately, this is the sacrifice that you have to make it today. When you start, you don't have all the capital. You don't have the huge team. You only have yourself. So you're gonna have to put a little bit of your health at risk at the beginning, and I hate to say it, but it's just the way it is. If you're gonna outwork your competitors, you're gonna put health at risk. But that's kind of not what's important. When I was starting in 2017, Ruan was different. I was very, very, very different. I was very novice, so I really didn't know anything. I was also, you know, still doing some of the old habits that I should have never, you know, well, you know what, fuck it. I was young, whatever. I was a little younger, so I was doing some old habits, like going out to the bar very frequently, probably every week. I'm smoking a lot of weed, doing all this other stupid stuff that is probably not going to get me to that $1 million mark that I want to get to. And 2018, I changed a little bit. So 2018 was, I got my first office space, and that's kind of like when I knew, like, this is the business that I'm going to go with. I just signed a 2-year, 3-year lease for this office space. Now it's grind time. And that's one thing that really made 2018 Ruan so strong, was there was a large fire under my ass. I hired my first employee, I started the first office space, and I had all of this overhead just consuming me that if I didn't grind, that was it. I was gonna have to get another job. And if you guys have been following my story a little bit, you've probably already seen that I've already gone to another job, quit that job, and tried this again, because I tried this before another job that I had, and it didn't work out well because I was getting clients to pay me like 150 bucks. Now we're getting retainers 2,000, 5,000, so it makes it a lot easier. But 2018 Ruan definitely was the beginning of the change that you're gonna see in my channel in terms of my evolution, right? I started to really realize the responsibilities of actually owning your own business, and those responsibilities are definitely something that I don't like. I definitely like the marketing side of it. I definitely like promoting it. I definitely like creating content, creating webinars, creating videos, creating anything along those lines, and doing that for clients as well. One thing I don't like is payroll, tax, business structure, business information. All of that stuff, obviously I don't like. That's not the core of me. I'm a marketer, right? So that's the kind of stuff that I like doing, but don't get me wrong. I still like looking at the accounting. I still like looking at all other stuff, but that was my biggest weakness in 2018. So let's go back to 2018 Ruan. I was very eager to make more money. I made a lot of mistakes, getting way too much overhead at the beginning. I thought I needed help, and I didn't really need help. I've realized that you can do a lot of this stuff alone. You can be a single person operation and rake in 10,000 hours a month from websites that you create locally. It's really not that big of a deal. People make it seem like a big of a deal, but it all starts with your head. So 2018 Ruan, there was much less smoking and drinking. I'm talking like down to nothing, right? And I still drank the first few months of the year, but recently, 2019 Ruan, I've really made the commitment to myself that I'm never going to the bar this year unless it is someone's specific birthday within my family. Even then, there's a short chance that I'm gonna go to the bar. Because what alcohol does is it really just fogs up your brain, and it makes you not be able to think. And unfortunately, like when you're trying to reach the $1 million mark or whatever your goal is, right? If you made $30,000 this year, your goal next year should be to make $45,000 or $60,000. And unfortunately, that all comes down to just really understanding who you are and understanding yourself. So what I did was I took out like a piece of paper, and I wake up really early. So today I woke up at like 2 a.m. And I'll take out a piece of paper, and I'll just really start to think about what did I do in the past few months or the past year, and I'll start writing down all of like the stupid little habits that I have and all of the ones that you've really got to just really get rid of, right? These are anything like checking your phone for way too long when you wake up. These are things like going on your phone for too long when you're on the toilet. That's a really bad habit that I have. In fact, when I'm taking a shit, what will happen is my legs, they'll die out. They'll literally die while I'm sitting down on the toilet because I'm on there for so long just reading my freaking phone. So just these little habits that you've really got to really pick up on is going to make the difference in if you're going to make more money or not. So some of the habits that I've had, I've really written down, and I've even written down what triggers those habits. Because what you really need to understand is all a habit is something that gets triggered when a specific event occurs. So for me, when I get stressed, I play with my hair a lot. If you've noticed, I've got these little hair marks here. I'll like twist my hair because I'm stressed out, and I'll twist it so freaking hard that hair will start coming out. And like my friends, my girlfriend, they all tell me to stop doing it. But at the end of the day, like that's just the habit that I'm in. So I try to relieve stress. I'm trying to not be stressed. This is my home. I haven't left my home in probably like 4 days because when I go out, there's drivers out there, there's people going crazy, there's cops everywhere pulling people over. It's just not worth creating the stress levels and the cortisol inside of my body. So I'm trying to really retain that for 2019 if I want to hit my goal. Now I have a few different goals in 2019 that I want to share with you guys so you can hold me accountable. Now just to recap, Last year I set a goal, and my goal was to do 35,000 YouTube subscribers. Today we're at 45,000, so I thank everybody that watches this video. But this year I have a goal of 100,000. So I'm definitely going to get a little more aggressive with the content that I'm going to be creating, and I'm definitely going to push a little more harder just to create some outstanding content for everybody that watches my channel. So that's one goal. One goal is 100,000. Second goal is I want to hit $1 million in revenue, okay? Now this $1 million is a combined of my agency and my program. But to be very honest with you, I could probably do 1 million in both. I don't want to shoot that high though. I don't want to 10x it. I like setting reasonable expectational goals. I don't believe in the Grant Cardone 10x. I think that that's just ridiculous. I like people that overachieve, but sometimes you've really got to bring things in perspective. So $1 million, when you really think about it, all I need to do is get 1,000 people to buy $1,000 worth of products. Well, our websites luckily are $6,500 to $12,000. So really looking at it, I need about 80 deals throughout the year to actually get that goal. So that's where I start. I start with the broad goal, which is 1 million, right? Then what I do is I start to break it down. It's kind of like an ad group for Facebook ads or Google AdWords. That's how I set my goals. There's the campaign, there's the ad sets, there's the ads. So the campaign is $1 million. The ad sets are the broad team things that I have to do to reach that $1 million. So one of those things might be get on more podcasts. One of those things might be like go to trade shows. One of those things might be like run webinars. One of those things might be like grow SEO traffic, right? Those are kind of like the ad groups that you're doing. And then in the ads, kind of like how you do the broad down, in the ads, it's kind of like more tactical. What are you going to do on your warm app? What are you going to do on your calendar? That's really going to allow you to get to that campaign level of achievement. So if I'm going to trade shows, well, inside of that trade show's goal, which trade shows? It's getting really specific, and it's literally scheduling out those dates. That's how I'm planning out this year, is by starting with something broad. Let's say it's 1,000 course sales, right? Well, now that I know I need 1,000 course sales, I need a webinar. And now that I know that I need a webinar, I need Facebook ads to supplement the webinar, so I need content for all this. If you plan out your goals large and read them every single day and start to really manifest what it is that you want to do, you're going to hit your goals. But I just wanted to make it very clear for everybody that's watching this video that I'm currently going through a very large change in my life. It's very uncomfortable, right? It's just uncomfortable. You know, you have friends that start talking to you weird. You have people that all of a sudden now they start liking you because they doubted you when you started. You know, I don't talk to anybody anymore. I know that health is a problem, so I'm really starting to embrace it. I'm reading a lot more. I got this nice cool book called YouTube Secrets, and keep in mind, this is in line with the goals that I want to hit for 2019. I've got some Harvard textbooks over there. So I'm really in the stage of self-development this year, because I really do believe that the amount of money that you make is really leveled down to the person that you are. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is 8:55. I've got to go run the agency, and I will keep you guys updated throughout the year. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.